Good evening, everyone. How are you doing today? Mm. Hi, this is Joella May. Don't forget to like and subscribe at the bottom. And just set my paintings back up, getting ready to do some painting. But before I do some painting, let me turn the volume off the TV. So I'm going to start this video over for myself. So I'm going to kind of use it to guide me in this drawing that I want to do, well, painting. But first I'm going to draw out some base lines, kind of keep it in flow. Like I drew out some base lines on this one. The ones that went this way. Yeah, the crisscross, and then the one up that way I didn't keep, but this one I kept, and this one I kept, but that one I didn't keep. But this base line I kept all the way through. So I'm gonna do draw from you. Words! Draw a few of those in on the painting I'm gonna do before I start it. Because that was the first time I ever did that, drawing baselines. Like, I tried it once before on the painting, but I don't know which one it was because it's not here. And if so, then I painted over it because I don't see it here at all. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't use baselines on that one. I just let the brush let me flow circles, and then I drew lines from the circles coming out. Yeah, if you watch the video, circle placement came before the lines. But on this one, the lines were before the circles, and then I did the circles from the lines. So it was like the opposite in routine. I know, right? Starting out with yawning, not a great concept. Anyway, so it's the end of the Beltane night. So in honoring that night, I can't even see myself. I'm going to use the red and white candle, but before I do that, I need to do my hair because this is going to bother me. I don't like having the bun in the back of my head when I'm working because it distracts me from or at least I feel that way. Anyway, and for possible headache prevention, since I'm going to be up for a crazy amount of hours, I'm going to put my hair in pigtails. And my son's like, oh, you look so cute wearing your pigtails. So that's cool. It's a new thing I started doing. It brings back a little bit of my inner child. Because when I was a kid, I used to watch Pippi Longstockings. So today's video, I guess we're saying it's about a new painting that I want to work on to see if I can get done tonight to submit for the show that I want to go to. I want to do some more work on this one. I don't know if I'm going to do any more work on that one. I kind of want to touch up a couple of things on that one, but at the same time, I'm not sure yet. But I had space for 3 pictures. So I'm not sure if I want to send both of those since they're similar themed. We'll see what I come up with. Ouch. That didn't go in well. Yeah, I don't like it when they pull. It doesn't feel nice. Yeah, I might play with the love painting later. I haven't decided yet. I think it all just depends on what's going to be on the palette. I think I'm gonna do my second human attempt. This was my first human attempt, but I did this 4 years ago. Yeah, I did this 4 years ago. It was the very first time that I used a feather brush. See, a feather brush, a fan brush, a fan feather brush. Yeah, because this one's this one is a feather fan, a genuine feather fan. I can't find my original one. It was my favorite one. I think it was an ostrich feather or something. It worked so well. So this one seems to work better than this one. So I guess maybe because of the size of the brush handle, you know, with my small hands. And I'm working on a smaller painting. If I was working on a bigger painting, this would make more sense. You know, something where I had to reach out bigger. Yeah. Anyway, so this was my first one that I did 4 years ago. The first time I ever used a fan brush. Yeah, it was kind of, because my concept was like I wanted to do the wings, you know. So it worked kind of decent. But like I said, it was my first attempt. And when I did this, I guess it's been more than 4 years. It's closer to 6 years, maybe 7. Because I think I did this after about a year after my best friend passed away, and he had scoliosis and a couple other things. So he had a curvature in his spine. So that's kind of where that came from. Yeah, and we're both Libras, so he was like, you know, my masculine, the masculine part to the yang, and I was the feminine in the yang, or yang. I forget which one's which right now. Too distracted trying to remember all that. It's kind of emotional. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's when I made that painting. Was about a year after he passed. So it's definitely been more than 4 years. So today will be the second time I work on designing a picture with a human body in it. So we'll see how I do. I want to draw 2 people, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe, I don't know. I do plan on putting all the chakra colors in, is my goal on this painting. We'll see how I do with it. I'm not sure who this artist is that I'm going to be watching. I have it paused, but it doesn't have the name of the person up there. It just says, I draw my passion. So, we'll see. I want to put my own take on it, but I want to use a few basic sketching, since I never really, like I said, I've only drawn out a little bit the one time, so I want to see if I can do this concept that he's doing. So I turn the volume off, so I don't have to worry about all that copyright stuff, voiceover stuff, or whatever, permissions. So hopefully this will all come out okay. You know, it's going to be weird for me not using music again, but in order to make these videos, until I figure out all that stuff, I'm not gonna. So it comes from a different place without the music. I like how the music trans me out. So at least for, you know, the beginning portions that I make this video, And then I'll probably take a break and then work with it with some music, and then make maybe a second video in between after progress from music to see where I'm at. You know, I mean, whatever it is, I'm going to be painting for probably at least 7 hours, because that's what I do when I start and I get in the process. But I'm not going to make this video 7 hours long. Usually I make them about an hour and a half max, sometimes 40 minutes, depending on what I'm doing. But I've been jabbing away while I'm braiding my hair and preparing. So we'll see how it plays out. Yeah. Yeah, I just need to make sure my hair is out of the way so when I'm painting it doesn't bother me and it doesn't fall down, it doesn't give me headaches. And see, now the back is open so I can receive messages easier. Because I like to feel that I get a lot of premonitions, or that they work through me, my spirit guides and angels and archangels, and all of our ancestors, my ancestors, I should say, not all of ours, because we all have our own. That's why we choose the bloodlines that we follow and all that stuff. You can pick out keywords that I say and research what they mean, and then kind of go with the flow to understand what I'm talking about, if you don't with the things that I just throw out there. So, as I said, for the Beltane, we're going to do the red and white candle so you can see what I'm doing. I don't screw up before. I'm going to use this plate for my palette today, since I'm going to be doing all 7 colors in white and maybe black and variations of those colors. So I'm going to try to keep each color in the middle so I can fan it out, because it always makes a gorgeous picture when I'm done. It's like one of those things I wish I could sell, but yeah, maybe I should do that. Use a canvas next time for a palette. But I'm not going to do that today because I'm limited on canvases. I only really have 2. So usually if I can get fully paints out, then I'll use all of the leftovers onto the second canvas. But then it's, it just depends, because I hate wasting paint. So let's see. First, we're going to do the candle lighting ceremony and in the incense. So I'll prop that on the pillow to make that easier, because I noticed in the last video I didn't have it propped up. I forgot to do that. So yeah, they won't be staying on this the whole time, because like I said, I'm just doing this so you can see them be lit. So they're not going to be staying lit. Yeah, I think that's pretty clean. So I don't have to worry about that too much. I keep a trash can right there, so I don't have to worry about it. I like to make sure I get all the little residuals out. So if I do have any leftover wax and I want to use it for the next thing, it doesn't have all that extras in there. So we said we're going to use the red for passion. So I'll put the red in this one, because it looks like I already burned the red in this one. And I always put a little underneath. I always melt a little wax into the candle holder to help keep the candle steady. I felt like I was going to sneeze, but I didn't feel like sneezing. So, I'll move that back a little bit. Put a little loving intention into them for lighting them. So the red is for passion, red is for passion, white is for purity, to bring into the new season, or I should say the equinox of the season, as we had our solar eclipse last night. The equinox of seasons means that it's halfway through spring coming into summer before it goes fully to summer. It's that equinox in between the two seasons. It's that midpoint. So it's a celebration. If you've ever heard about dancing around the Maypole, that's where it comes from. Is this day, Beltane. So, for passion and for purity. And another thing that I like to use for purity is pine. And when I did my meditation videos at the river, I collected some of the local pine. And I wrapped some of it, but I put it away in the box because it was a big piece. It was bigger than the other pieces that I have over here, and since I'm burning it in my bowl right now, I don't need to use my pine stick yet. But for this, I don't like to use the lighter because it's in the bowl, so it takes a little harder, so I like to use my little torchy. And then it makes it a little more like fire. So this is my little mini fire to honor the holiday. One of the biggest things in the Beltane holiday is the bonfires, dancing around the bonfires. So if you get to be around a fire tonight, it can honor it's to open in the new equinox of season. Where everything starts to fully start to bloom and come out and come alive, because there's April showers, May flowers, today's May 1st, so everything just comes up full, lively, so this day is celebrating. Anyway, so that's what that is. So I'm going to leave that over there, and I'm going to leave these over here. Sorry, they won't be in the view of you, but they'll be in view of me. And then we'll just brush off this little bit, because we don't want the ashes from the pine to be in the paint. So I'll brush that off. Now before we get into the paint part, we need to work on the drawing part. So first we'll open up our canvas. Yeah, when I get the multi-packs, they like wrap every other one or whatever. So then I leave the ones that are wrapped for last. Keeps it more preserved. Okay. So first, and I forgot. Let me grab the second one. That's my ruler. Because it's the same size, so it works pretty decent. So we're gonna, before we get started, because I can already see it's there, I want to set my midpoint. So grab one of my notebooks. And let's see where I want my middle point to be. I'm drawing two people. I want to leave a little more room for both heads than not, right? Yeah. So I'll bring that one to here. So I'll hold that in place. Set the book down. Grab a pencil. Now that's even to both sides. Whoop. Even to both sides. Hold that in place. Draw a line. Shoop. Now, take the book and figure out where were we for good enough for the middle. Okay, we'll move it over just a little. You know, it's not like it has to be 100% perfect, right? I'm just trying to come to a midpoint. Ding, 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 ding. And then I bring this here. And I can bring this here so that way I make sure that when I come to this line, that's going to be straight. Because I made my right angle. Just bring it down. Pretty easy that way. So now I have my base cross lines. So I know, this will be the center of the head for the first person, and then the second head will go up here. And then I'll have legs down this way, and then body this way, and arms and whatever. So I can already picture that. So now, since we have that, I'm going to take a line from here to here to the two meeting points, right? And as long as I can hold them straight, and then I'll do the same thing on the other side, right? Hold it. Alright. Right. So now I know, I can come up to a point where I can decide I want the head to be at. See? So you're gonna put like, I think that's where they're starting. I'm starting it over, so I hadn't followed the video yet, just looking at the picture where I stopped it. I think this is where we were going with it. I can't remember, but yeah, I think this was where the first person's head's going to be, and then the second person's head is going to be. So I drew these lines to know that within the shoulders and the arms, don't want to stay within even of those lines, and then I can bring it back. See, it doesn't even start with that. It just kind of already has that on the video. It has a lot more drawn than this. It's already starting to paint. It already has the drawing done when I started it. So this is what I'm gathering from it. But what I'll be able to do is divide this in half, and then I'll be able to get it exactly where I want the arms to be over here. So they're even on each side for the upper body. And then I'll be able to do the head placement after I do the arm placement. So that way I know it's evenly distributed. So then my next thing is to divide this in half. So the easiest way for me to do that, say this is that same line point, follow that line point. So I know I'm going to come up here for right. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect or anything, but I'm using this because it's easier to see than through the whole box, right? And I don't need to bring the line all the way down. So then I draw that one. Yeah. Go. It's not like it has to be perfect. It's going to get painted over relatively anyway. It's just so I can have the head and shoulder placement. So I know I want to put the one head here. head right to the neck. Don't want to make it too big, but I don't want to make it too cone shaped. So, I'm making my line too thick because I'm worrying about too much. Supposed to keep these lines thinner, but that's okay. So I know the neck of the first one is going to be kind of like that. And then I'm going to be bringing the hip shape kind of around. Like so. Yeah. I'll bring that one out a little bit. It's hard to take it step by step sometimes, you know. Especially when you get everything just evenly right, you know. I mean, that's a huge step for me. It's only the second time I ever painted something, and I didn't draw that one out. I just painted it. So, this is like beyond huge to me to do, but I'm doing it because, you know, I want to have, I want to be a successful artist with my craft, with my finances to my craft. I want to paint a mural. I want to be able to commission my work. So if I'm going to do all that, I gotta put in the hours. I mean, every artist I talk to, it's a daily thing. They put in 7 to 9 hours a day working, designing, doing. So that's what it takes. That's what it takes. Gotta just treat it like a regular job, you know, but it's something that I truly love. And it's something that I'm doing for myself. So. Mm-hmm. I mean, and once the pieces are finished, I can look at them and be like, I did that. Don't always know what I'm doing when I'm doing it, but, you know, I keep at it until I'm done. Until I figure it all out. I have no idea if this will be properly proportioned. I really don't. Yeah, because once I start painting, it'll replace itself completely, I'm sure. It always does. Every time. I already can tell I just started making that neck way too thick. Like, hello, McFly. Come on in. Yeah, come on in a little more than that. Which already shows me I've made these arms way too overly army. But it's okay. It should all work out. Yeah. It's always an interesting challenge to come into. Definitely some new contemplations for me. Definitely not properly proportioned. But like I said, once I start painting, it's going to change dramatically, I'm sure. See, so far. Like, that waist does not match that torso one bit. But once I start painting, we'll see what happens. And like I said, the arms are too army. Like, the shoulders are way too long. But, yeah, we'll see what happens once I start painting, where all that ends up. Yeah, the arms are not matching at all at the moment. So, hopefully once I start painting, they'll match up. Oh my god, this is so goofily proportioned. I can't even fathom it right now. And I'm drawing it. It's okay. I am having so much fun doing this. It's like freaking Popeye arms. I can't even. It's just hilarious. Yeah, I'll show you in a minute. Just hold on. Let me just like finish this up. I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, it's so funny looking. But I know it's gonna work out. I'm not too concerned when and it's like the neck is started putting on the body underneath to the body on top. There's no that does not match. That looks like a hole in the crotch or something. Does not look like another head. Right? Yeah, I so need to change this up a bit and give it a little more proper something. I gotta figure this out. Like, I gotta make the top like make sense to the bottom. Oh my god. Oh my word. Like, I don't even know. It's so freaking hilarious, yeah. Oh my god. I don't even, like, I'm just laughing at myself right now so flipping hard. It doesn't even. I can't put on there yet. That has to come down more. Oh my gosh. Like, it doesn't even make sense. You're like, let me see already. Let me see already. Oh. Here. Like, does that even, like, I don't even know. What? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh my god, I just made that way too big out. Like, I had it marked, and I don't know. I just, like, took in an extra. I don't know. Freaking A, man. You think I could, like, keep the proportion in the proportion on this one? I'm, like, just trying to mirror my own picture. My own side of picture. And I can't even freaking mirror my own self. See? The legs don't match at all. Like, what happened? Totally, like, what just happened? I don't even know. It looks like some weird duck call. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I really hope once I start painting I can make this work properly. Yeah, it's a little more to the left than it is to the right. It's definitely not even from one side or the other. But God, there's gonna be so much work to move it over. I don't even have an eraser. So Yeah, it's gonna be a little off center. Whatever. It's not like I'm painting that line. I'm not painting that line, so. And just make the head make a little more sense. Mm, I drew the neck wrong. It's okay. I can fix it. A little bit. See, how does that go? Goes a lot like this. That's the jawline there. Okay, I started drawing the head and neckline and jawline of the upper body before before looking at the picture. So it's gonna be a little different. To have some extra lines on it. And like I said, I don't have an eraser, so hopefully I'll be able to paint those properly once I'm good. We'll see. Like I said, I have to kind of fix all of that. Hopefully I'm not overdrawing it with it being like so, but who knows? Who knows? Like I said, the lines don't match up, but I need to make the boobs look even, so I'm gonna have to improvise that middle line over just a little bit. So, yeah. The two people match up a little bit better. All right. Starting to look like something, right? Maybe this will work. We'll see. Okay. We've been working for 47 minutes, and all I got was the drawing done. So this is the drawing so far in this first 47 minutes. So we're going to take a break from here, and then we're going to get ready to paint. That way I can go potty in between. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe at the bottom. Watching Joella May with a whole new concept way of painting.